Imagine a world where Earth's wildlife evolved not on this planet, but on an entirely different one. What if our ecosystems, from the vast jungles to the arid deserts, were shaped by the unique conditions of another world? Could life as we know it exist in a completely different form? The question of how Earth's wildlife might have evolved on a different planet is both captivating and scientifically profound. It challenges everything we know about evolution, adaptation, and the fundamental laws of life. To begin, we must first understand the key factors that have shaped life on Earth. Our planet, located in the habitable zone of the solar system, provides just the right conditions for life. Earth's atmosphere, water, and moderate temperatures create an environment where life can thrive. But what if those conditions were altered? How would wildlife adapt to a planet with higher gravity, a thinner atmosphere, or extreme temperatures? Let's start by considering the effects of gravity. Earth's gravity is just the right strength for life to evolve in the way we see today. Lions, tigers, and bears, all majestic creatures, owe their size and strength to the gravity of our planet. But what if Earth had stronger gravity, like that of Jupiter's moons? In such an environment, animals would have to contend with the increased force pressing down on them. Large mammals would likely be smaller, as the heavier gravity would make it harder for large bodies to function. Instead of towering giraffes and elephants, we might see smaller, more compact creatures with reinforced skeletal structures to support their weight. On a planet with weaker gravity, like Mars, animals might grow taller, with elongated bodies and limbs, as the need for physical support would decrease. A towering giraffe-like creature might roam a Martian landscape, its long neck designed to reach higher vegetation with ease. The impact of gravity on evolution is just one aspect of the many forces that would shape life on another planet. Next, let's explore the role of atmosphere. Earth's atmosphere is a perfect balance of gases, mainly nitrogen and oxygen, that allow for breathing, combustion, and weather patterns. But on a planet with a different atmosphere, life might evolve in completely unforeseen ways. For instance, if a planet had an atmosphere rich in methane, life forms might not rely on oxygen at all. Creatures could evolve to thrive in methane-rich environments, using the gas as an energy source. This could lead to the development of strange alien organisms, perhaps with biochemistry unlike anything we've seen on Earth. On a world with an atmosphere composed mostly of carbon dioxide, life would have to adapt to the lack of oxygen. Organisms might evolve to process carbon dioxide in ways we can only imagine, perhaps resembling plant-like creatures that constantly photosynthesize, or creatures with advanced filtering systems. In the absence of oxygen, wildlife might be less reliant on complex organ systems, instead relying on simpler, more efficient forms of metabolism. Temperature also plays a crucial role in the evolution of life. Earth's moderate climate has given rise to a vast array of ecosystems, from freezing polar regions to steaming rainforests. But on a planet with extreme temperatures, life would have to adapt to survive in conditions we cannot even fathom. On a planet with scorching heat like Venus, animals would need adaptations to withstand temperatures that melt lead. Creatures might evolve with heat-resistant skin, like the tough outer shell of a turtle, but designed to reflect extreme heat rather than provide protection from predators. Alternatively, life on a frigid world might be designed to withstand freezing temperatures. Animals might have antifreeze-like proteins in their blood, allowing them to survive in icy, frozen environments. They might even be able to survive without traditional food, relying on chemical processes that generate energy from the surrounding elements. The possibilities are limitless when it comes to how life could adapt to extreme temperatures. And let's not forget about the role of water. Earth's abundant liquid water is essential for life as we know it. On a dry planet with no liquid water, life might not have evolved in the same way. Instead of water-based life forms, we might see creatures that survive on other liquids, like ammonia, which remains liquid at lower temperatures. Life on such a world could take forms that are unrecognizable to us, perhaps resembling gelatinous blobs or crystalline structures. Similarly, if a planet had oceans of liquid methane, we might see life forms that are completely alien, able to survive in an entirely different chemical environment. Water's importance is not just biological, it also affects the way ecosystems develop. Without water, there would be no rivers, lakes, or seas to shape the landscape, meaning ecosystems would evolve differently. Instead of lush forests or wetlands, alien landscapes might feature rocky deserts with sparse plant-like organisms. Life might evolve in a way that allows organisms to endure extreme conditions with highly efficient water retention mechanisms. The availability of resources like food would also affect the evolutionary trajectory of life on another planet. On Earth, predators and prey evolve in a delicate balance, with each species constantly adapting to outcompete the other. But on a planet with fewer resources, life might evolve more slowly, with simpler creatures that take a long time to develop complex adaptations. Without the competition of Earth's abundant biodiversity, animals might evolve into highly specialized niches, with each species filling a unique role in its ecosystem. One of the most fascinating aspects of imagining life on another planet is the role of evolution itself. On Earth, evolution operates according to the principles of natural selection, where organisms best suited to their environment survive and reproduce. On another planet with completely different conditions, evolution might take entirely different paths. If the atmosphere contained higher levels of radiation, life might evolve to withstand the constant bombardment. Creatures might develop reflective or highly insulated outer shells to protect themselves from harmful radiation, similar to the way some Earth-based organisms have evolved resistance to UV rays. In such an environment, animal behavior would also be influenced by the harsh conditions. Animals might evolve to be nocturnal or burrow underground to escape the extreme temperatures or radiation. On a planet with little sunlight, creatures might rely on other senses, like echolocation or thermal imaging, to navigate and hunt. They might evolve complex communication systems to compensate for the lack of visual cues. The way animals interact with one another could also be vastly different in alien ecosystems. Social structures might be shaped by the need to survive in extreme environments, with groups of creatures cooperating in unique ways. On Earth, predators rely on speed and strength to catch their prey. But in a world with lower gravity or a lack of predators, life might evolve differently, with creatures using intelligence or stealth to thrive. In a high-gravity environment where physical strength would be essential, we might see the evolution of more muscular creatures, capable of handling the pressure. On another planet, wildlife might not follow the familiar predator-prey dynamic we see on Earth. Instead, creatures might evolve in completely different directions, with some creatures forming symbiotic relationships rather than relying on the traditional food chain. The evolution of intelligence might also play a role in how life forms evolve on other planets. On Earth, humans have become the dominant species due to our advanced cognition. But on a planet with different environmental pressures, intelligence might not be as critical for survival. Instead, animals might evolve to rely on instinct and physical prowess, with cognitive abilities playing a smaller role in survival. However, in environments where survival is more challenging, intelligence could evolve more rapidly, leading to the development of sophisticated problem-solving abilities. Life on another planet could take forms that are as diverse and complex as Earth's, but shaped by entirely different forces. The biodiversity we see on Earth may be just one possibility of what life could look like under specific conditions. If Earth's wildlife had evolved on a different planet, we would undoubtedly see creatures that are unrecognizable, shaped by the unique forces of their environment. The potential for life to evolve differently in such diverse conditions opens up endless possibilities for the future of astrobiology. As we continue to search for life beyond Earth, understanding how life might adapt to different planets will be key to finding extraterrestrial life. The The question of how Earth's wildlife might have evolved on a different planet challenges our understanding of life itself. It forces us to rethink the very nature of evolution, adaptation, and the incredible diversity of life. No matter where life exists, it will always adapt to the unique conditions of its environment, taking on forms and behaviors we can only begin to imagine. The discovery of life on another planet, or even the study of potential alien ecosystems, will continue to expand our understanding of the cosmos and the limitless possibilities of life beyond Earth.